Hello and welcome back. It's been a while. Before I go today, once more, my name is Anthony Emmanuel. I'm here to show you how to extend the ERP next of Rapid doc types. We all know that the doc type itself is a class with a controller by default. All classes have a few of these methods you can access from this URL, doc type controllers. And the reason why I'm making this video is to show you how you can actually extend the default doc types in your own doc type. You could build in methods into it, but the default doc type, you can either kind of add a hooks method and event method that taps into this and extend this validator or other method you can see here. But how about adding your own inbuilt methods that could be used in a default doc type? Say for example, the sales invoice. In this sales invoice, while creating a sales invoice, the default method will be triggered, but you could also write your own custom method that will be used to extend the features of functionality of ERP Next. We can explore sales invoice in ERP Next to start with. Sales invoice is in accounts doc type. Scroll down, you find sales invoice.py. Here you can find the class, the sales invoice class, and a list of methods. You see set indicator, validate, and some of these. How like this validate item cost is not a default event trigger. By default, I mean it is not part of this list. It is a custom function that is used while trying to validate some of the data in the doc type. But how else can you add your own method? Just like this validate income account, set tax withholding. You can either directly edit the sales invoice doc type, but on upgrades you lose this method, or you would kind of extend some of this method, like for example the validate method or on change, and write external functions that could be called in. But how about an instance where you have a sales invoice and you would like to, for instance, in this print format, you would like to get the actual total, the grand total values. You'd like to get it in different currencies like auto converter at the point of printing this document, not at the point of saving it. If I print it today, the exchange rate may be different, tomorrow it may be different, and I would like to kind of integrate it with other exchange systems to get the actual value at point of printing. How do I do that? All we have to do is to extend the doc type. And how do you extend the doc type? Um, okay, I'm going to close this ERP next and take you into the documentation itself. Okay, in this documentation, we have something called hooks. You can actually use this awesome bar to search. You will find hooks in it. Okay, seems may need to be refreshed. Type hooks. Okay, Control F, doc type class. We have a hook called override doc type class. You can copy that. We are not actually intending to override the doc type class. We intend to extend it using this override, but rather than get rid of the entire functions in it, we would extend that, inherit the class and extend. I'll go into my custom app. I'll be working with my estate app, which we have used a long way in this tutorial. I'll edit the hooks and look for somewhere. Let's see if I can find that. Doc type plus. Yeah, it's already in here. You can uncomment that. Okay, I intend to what? Extend sales invoice. And within sales invoice, I'm pointing it to my estate app dot override dot I'm going to make it a single file. Sales invoice custom. Okay, copy this. I'm going to create a file here, new file, have it as um, overrides slash sales. Okay, no, just overrides slash sales invoice dot py. Then here I can import Frappe, then import other values, then create a class, call the class sales invoice custom and pass. Okay, next is to import the sales invoice. Rather than override sales invoice directly, we import it, then extend the sales invoice. That will be from ERP next dot accounts dot doctype dot sales invoice dot sales invoice import. Import. So we are from sales invoice. We're going to import the class OPQRS sales invoice. Import this class sales invoice. Okay, and here we'll be passing sales invoice. Okay. Next off, I am going to add a method here, and how do I test that method? Okay, let me add method. Define get crypto prices. So it's grand total in BTC ETH. I'm gonna stop there. Print. Hello, getting prices. Okay, my intention is while trying to I extended this sales invoice, then added a method. My intention is to call this method in the print format. Normally, I could actually go into the print format and get some values, define some values, but it becomes very complicated to write some functions in print format. It would make a lot of sense if you could write that function outside, then call it inside the print format. This would have no impact to the best of my understanding. It will have no impact because if sales invoice is changed in the new release of ERP next, you will always have the latest release. All that has to be done here is just adding your own extra feature. This will remain unchanged and will continue to come with the newest um, updates. Okay. So in this sales invoice, I would like to call or execute that function. As well, I'd like to return a value. Return processing processing price. Okay, just the text first. Then I'll come here, look for print formats lists. Sales invoice. This sales invoice. Let me check on the invoice. Okay, I'm using standard. So what I will do here is customize the standard. I'll call it sales invoice PF. Okay, starts. Everything is fine. All I want to do is kind of, where should I drop it? Okay, I'll drop it under this payment due dates. I'll drop it as a custom HTML just here. Okay, within the custom HTML, I'll call doc dot, call it this way, doc dot get crypto prices. Okay, updates and save. Okay, I'm going to test customer, reload, then print. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to use the, yeah, sales invoice PF. Okay, let's see. Now you see it says crypto price. We have here then processing price, but this is not our final intention. We intend to get this value. What I intend to do here is to use this a library, Python library that we get. It's kind of a coingecko.com, get prices from CoinGecko using the API Gecko, CoinGecko, CoinGecko, yeah. CoinGecko. Okay, so we are going to try to tap into all of these prices using this API. What I'll do here is, okay, bench pip install. Okay, this will install it, as well as we also need to update the app itself. Normally, okay, let me do it. Let's see the apps. Then we have estate app. Unless you can update the app in two ways. You can either add that library so that when you install that app on your server, it will get the requirement. You can either add it to the app in hooks. And there is something in hooks that's where you add required apps somewhere to add required app. That is first, or you just go straight to this requirement, then add by going Keiko. During installation or during bench setup requirements, this would get installed. Okay, I'm going to save that, close this off. And next up is to experiment with the library we have just installed. This library, here's how to use it. You import, initialize. I'm going to copy these two lines of code. Come straight into this sales invoice, import it above. I'll initialize this right when I need to call this. I'll initialize it in here. But first off, let's test it in the console. Cd // bench console. Okay, is this? Yeah, ready. Next up is to test. So I'm going to copy this line, call it X is a sign. Okay, I'm interested in two cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Real. I'm correct. X. Okay, fine, fine, fine. But what I'm interested in getting the actual currency we are working with and the grand total value. I'll go for this doc, the sign frappy.get doc sales invoice. Then the document name. Okay, first off, I'm interested in the currency doc.currency, NGN, Nigerian Naira, and doc.grand total. Okay, we have 15 Naira for the grand total. That's exactly what we have here. Let's move on. Now we got this in Naira. All I need to do is get this value. I have to get this with X of Bitcoin of NGN divided by the grand total, for example, 50. Okay, that should give us the actual. Sorry about that. It should actually be 50 divided by this. Okay, that will be the actual value in Bitcoin. This is 0.000000000 something. I'm just gonna have it that way first. Okay, I'm gonna transfer these codes to this place. Okay, first off we initialize, and after initialization, all we need to do is to get the value. Copy this rather than type too long. I'm gonna copy this. Frappe.as underscore date, we turn it to a Frappe object, or we convert it to a Frappe object, and here's how it works. So we have this Frappe dot underscore date, close this. Hope that's what I did here. Okay, now this dot underscore date. Okay, that's x dot Bitcoin. You see that x dot Bitcoin dot ngn. Okay, I will not be able to access f dot Bitcoin of ngn. Okay, we're done with that. Next up is getting this value out. We will have it as first we get the actual time at the moment we got that conversion at frappe.utils.now, if I'm correct here, dot now. You have to make this lower in order for it to recognize the value because the value will come in uppercase letter. Um, dot lower. Okay, that's all for Bitcoin. Same for. I think it's better of this way. Data is assigned. I think it's better of this way. Bitcoin. Same goes for ETH. Done. All we have done is initialize this, put the prices online, and what return the value. Now we are returning the actual value of the grand total in Bitcoin and Ethereum, then passing that to the print format. Print format. Print format. Okay. Okay, grand total in crypto, we could just define and we define a bootstrap table. Guess this is fine. Copy this. Edit, paste, get rid of the rows. Okay, I guess this is fine. Then here, all I have to do is, there's something you have to watch out for. If I come into this and execute something like this. Doc doc dot get, just watch. Doc dot get this dot Bitcoin. Then you have an issue here. Then you come here, repeat the same, then replace with Ethereum. Okay. The problem here is if you execute the code like this, it means this would be executed twice. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. Here I would try to have print getting prices. Okay, new line. Let's test that out. Reload. Okay, doc is not defined. Let's see where that came from. Doc is not defined. Yeah, doc. That's an error. It should have been self, not doc, because it's a class. Should be this self. Here should be self, not doc. Same goes here and here. Save. Same here. Here. Save. Okay. Done. Guess I have to reload this. Let's save this. Okay, it was not saved. Okay, let's test this. Standard select PF. And while this loads, I'm gonna watch out. I'm gonna watch the terminal. Okay, now you see the terminal, you could see what we got here, but let's see the print results. See, getting prices, getting prices. It means this executed. We have an instance of this 3, 4 times. We're going to make an API call 3, 4 times. That's a bad idea. This we could also find a way to get it into an actual sensible format. We could use something like float, if that's going to work. Float. Then give it decimal values if possible. Okay, to prevent that from printing or executing too many times, all you have to do is in your print format, you could execute it once. I'm going to execute it just directly above the table by executing something called set um, crypto prices is a sign. Then execute this once. Then you can call this cryptocurrency.bitcoin. Same goes for this cryptoprice.ethereum. Save. You can check how many times it's going to print now. Refresh. Let's check. Now you see it's printed just once. Though we have not been able to convert this value, but at least the code printed just once and we only have a single overhead rather than double or more than that. Okay, that's it. And I guess you actually learn how you can extend the doc type by simply inheriting that doc type, extending some features into it, and as well as plugging it into ERP next by using the doctype class extends override methods. Okay, that's it. I hope you really learned a lot. Once more, my name is Anthony Manuel. Please do like and subscribe so as to get new videos as they come on. Thank you.